All right, so we're going to talk about a very nuanced thing here that is a little tricky to describe. But if you're on the path, if you're doing your work, if you've been engaging in your meditations and your studies to some degree, then this very well may track for you. So one of the reasons I love satsang is because such honesty is expressed. And one of the things that one of our members said in our last satsang has stuck with me for the last, week or so. It's just, I sit with it in my meditations. I've been on my walks. I've been feeling into it. It's just this beautiful phrase that, and this is a student, this is somebody who's, and when I say a student, I don't mean my student, or it's a student of themselves, a student of their reality. And one of the students, they mentioned how they've been sticking with it, and life is changing, and they're finding a greater equanimity of peace and grace. And he said, I'm doing it, I'm doing the work, things are shifting, but I'm not there yet. And that was the phrase, but I'm not there yet. And he didn't say it in a disappointed way or in a disparaging way. He just said, I'm working it, but I'm not there yet. What a beautiful phrase to break down. I'm not there yet. So let's look at the there part of it. What's the there, right? I'm trying to awaken something. I'm trying to find this more stable peace. It feels like it comes and goes, but I know now it actually doesn't. It's whether or not there's an awareness of it, an awareness of itself. That's the question. That's the shift that occurs. There, I am not there yet. Let's just be simple. The there is the true self. So let's look at that phrase, right? The there is the true self, the essential self, the inherent nature of our being before we get lost in our stories. And I want to be clear up here. This is primarily, and just check in with yourself, primarily, everything that's going on in our head is a combination of opinions, judgments, and beliefs. So when those aren't getting in the way, conditioned, programmed opinions, judgments, and beliefs, when those aren't getting in the way, the self can be known. That's the there. So the there is who you already are. Sit with that for a second. The there, that I'm not there yet, is who you already are. So we can start to look at it and go, well, what a silly phrase. How can I not be what I already am? That's impossible. So I am there. I've always been there. The issue isn't that I am not there yet. The issue is that I'm still identifying as an I that doesn't know the true self. So again, this is tricky languaging. I am not there yet. So the there is the true self, and the I is the illusion of separation self. That I, that identity, is present within the consciousness, within the awareness, within the beingness, is in a dream of little I that's not there yet. So when we say I am not there yet, just try this on. Drop the little I. Just like parse it out, look at it. Who am I speaking about? oh, I'm identifying as the constructed self. And I'm saying I'm not there. Yeah, the there is you. Is you. The there is you. How could you not be there? Now, if you want to label it correctly, you would simply say, and yet I still strongly identify with the egoic construct of self. And remember, ego is just activity of mind. I'm still identified with the activity of mind called me. I'm already there. I'm always there. I can't not be there. I is there. I am is the there that the ego I wants to get to. Here's the thing. It can't. It can't. The ego I cannot awaken. It can't get there because the there is the truth of who you already are, always have been and always will be. So how can the false I be that? It can't. So when you parse that out, it's helpful. Oh, the idea of self isn't there. No. The idea of self is blocking the knowing of there-ness, of my being, of my truth. And what am I more interested in? Be slightly more interested in the beingness that you already are than the I that's, quote, trying to get there. The analogy of John Smith, the actor, playing King Lear. John Smith, the actor, is always John Smith, the actor. King Lear is always King Lear. King Lear is always the story of King Lear. King Lear will never not be King Lear. King Lear can never be John Smith. King Lear is a character. He stays the character. So King Lear cannot awaken and know itself as John Smith. King Lear might recognize he is a character played by John Smith, but King Lear cannot become John Smith. John Smith already is John Smith. I am not there yet. Yes, you are, because the there is you. This is why the meditation and inquiry is so helpful. The simple one that I used for a good year. Almost every meditation I sat with, once I had come to some level of stillness and grace with the breath, and imagining that the heart was breathing, and just coming to rest a little bit, I would, two things. One is I would, and this is an invitation, is I would start by remembering no matter what is happening within here, within the personal self and all the dynamics of the personal self are happening, arising and passing, coming and going within the embrace of awareness, of I am, of the true me that I always am. When I come out of the dream of the personal self, there I am. So I would start with that. I would just remember, wait, there's more than just what's going on in here. What's going on in here is a temporary passing experience within the eternal, unwavering awareness. Then the other inquiry is the inquiry that we've talked about, and we forget it, and so I'm reminding you to sit and ask yourself, what if I had no story? What if I didn't have a story of I, who doesn't believe it is there yet? What if I didn't have a story of an illusion of a separate self? What if I wasn't lost in that dream? What if that dream didn't exist? What if I didn't have a story? A better way to ask it, what if there wasn't a story that was veiling the truth of being, the truth of my being, the there-ness of me? What if I didn't have what if there wasn't a story veiling the truth of being? In this moment, sitting right in this meditation, that's what you can do. You can sit with that. What if there was no history, no story, no construct, no egoic identity? Would I disappear? Would I disappear? No. Wow. Something would stay present, would remain present. When the story collapses, when the story deconstructs and falls away, I still exist. In fact, I blossom. Because the story is like concrete growing over the flower, and when that concrete deconstructs and crumbles away, the story of self, the judgments and opinions and beliefs of self, when that is seen for what it is, no substance, and it loses its power, the true self blossoms. The there that you don't think you are there yet, yes you are. The there is what you already are. So more accurately, it's just to say, yeah, I still believe I'm my story. I still am attached to my egoic construct of self, to my personal identity, and that is keeping me from knowing my inherent and essential nature of being. I am not there yet. Yes, you are. You're always there. You've always been there. You're just identified with a story, a small egoic idea of self that can't accept or abide or allow your true grace. It would be like, I love the analogy of the yellow-colored glasses or orange-colored glasses one might wear out on the snow skiing. And with orange-colored glasses on, you can't ever see white snow. You just can't. So it'd be like keeping those glasses on and saying, I can't see white snow. Why can't I see white snow? Someday I'll be able to see white snow. No, you will never see white snow with orange-colored glasses on. You got to take them off. You got to see the thing that's veiling, the thing that's getting in the way. So the I that says I'm not there yet will never get there. It can't. It's the false self saying, I want to be the real self. I want to arrive in the real self. That arrival, if you will, happens when the false self is let go. It doesn't get there, it's let go. I saw Rupert Spira quote the other day. It was beautiful. He said, "The truth is not found in the mind. The mind is dissolved within the truth." Another way of saying that is, don't get lost in the content of experience. Let all content of experience get lost within you. The boundless, unwavering, always allowing awareness, consciousness, love, grace. All life, all experiences come in, come and go, arise and pass, flow through the grace of being. So the truth is not found in the mind. The mind is dissolved in the truth. All right, my friends, this might be a video that you listen to again. Again, it's nuanced. I repeat a lot of the things many times because that's what it takes to wake up from the deep, deep, deep dream of the personal self that so many are lost in. All right, blessings. Be well.